Hey folks, today I'm going to guide you through the lesson for Friday, the 27th of March. We've gotten through our first week of virtual instruction, so that's good. And today's goal is really simple. You're just going to write the introduction for your Gatsby essay. First, though, I want to let you know that today we do have office hours. So if you go to today's assignment, you'll see a link down here where it says class video meeting. At 10 o'clock, Mr. Herzog and I are going to be there just to check in with you, say hi, answer your questions. So we hope that we'll see you there because we do miss you. And it's kind of lonely being here without students, honestly. So we look forward to seeing you there. So let's jump in for today. You're going to open up a document that says it should say Gatsby final essay and your name. The first thing you'll do when you get there is replace where it says your name with your actual name. There is Mr. Herzog and myself. Here's the class and the due date, which is April 5th. So we have a long time on this essay. We're going to be coaching you through each step. We're going in small steps, like today is just the introduction. And we're going to be giving you lots of feedback. So we're giving us lots of time on this. I think that was my wife and our baby. So the next thing is you can add a title. You can save that for later. Or if you have something clever now, you could do it right now. I'll put here like Nick Carraway, Gatsby's best friend or worst enemy. I think that's pretty clever. I like that one. But you can also save your title for later if you don't like my cheesy title. So now let's begin typing. Here's the outline for your introduction. It's going to be a general statement, a specific statement, and your thesis statement. By this point, you've already written your thesis and we've given you feedback. You've written your outline and we've given you feedback. So hopefully you have a lot of ideas to go with. I would start with your thesis statement, and you can probably just copy and paste this from another document. I'm starting from scratch here, so I'm going to begin with my thesis statement, which is the third part of the intro, but let's do it anyway. While Nick Carraway is the narrator of The Great Gatsby. Notice, by the way, that I put the title of the book in italics, so please do that. The button for italics is here. And seems to be Gatsby's best friend. He is ultimately most responsible for Gatsby's death because he alone could have helped Gatsby realize the destructive path he was on. Instead, Nick allowed Gatsby to follow his impossible dream, which eventually led to his death. Notice my thesis statement is 2 sentences long. That's fine. You can do that. So I've done my thesis statement. I know this seems out of order, but the next thing I want to do is my general statement. So what's the topic of the essay? The topic of the essay we know is going to be about Gatsby and Nick. So I'm going to indent with a tab key and start. Nick Carraway is the narrator of F. Scott Fitzgerald's classic novel, The Great Gatsby. Whoa, that got weird. Nick is also best friends with Gatsby himself and knows things about Gatsby that no one else in the novel does. Cool. So there's my general statement. I know that this essay is going to be about, oh, well, I didn't really get to the topic of Gatsby's death. So I'll add in something about Gatsby's death. In fact, when Gatsby dies at the end of the novel, Nick is the only person, well, he's not the only person who goes to the funeral, is the only friend of Gatsby's to attend the funeral. Now, I need something in between, a bridge to the thesis. So I started with this introduction about how Nick and Gatsby are friends, and I know eventually that I'm going to get to my thesis about how Nick is responsible for his death. So I need something in between that kind of goes from Nick and Gatsby are friends to Nick is responsible for his death. So let's add something here. Nick learns early in the novel that Gatsby is obsessed with Daisy Buchanan. Nick also knows that Gatsby cannot truly earn Daisy and will destroy his life trying to win her over. Bam. And then here's my thesis. Nice. While Nick Carraway is the narrator of The Great Gatsby and seems to be Gatsby's best friend, he is ultimately most responsible for Gatsby's death. I love this. So my introduction is very long and I think really good, but also very long. So look, your outline is here, general, specific, thesis. You can do an introduction in 3 sentences. I don't need you to go crazy on this. It can be 3 sentences long. At the end of the video, I'm going to leave up my paragraph here, as well as the outline down here. So you can refer to this video for the outline and for an example. If you can write something like what I wrote, you're going to have a beautiful essay and you're going to get an A+ on this thing and your grade's going to skyrocket. But don't stress it if your introduction is only 3 sentences long. As always, please email me. Please email Mr. Herzog if you have questions. Good luck, and we hope that we see you at office hours at 10 o'clock. Bye, everybody.